Grab your jacket and your shades. We're taking leave from this big satin. So we're whipping miles away. Oh, down the red sky, whipping my tin.
So I have spent the past few days in the boat. Today is Monday, so I think I'm going to get my booty to shore and go and have coffee. They hold this like coffee event basically Monday through Saturday. It smells weird out here. As much as I enjoy being social, I am very much a homebody. These socks do not match, so I'm not going to wear them. I've been on the boat for a few days now in a row, and I think it'll just be good for me to go into shore. I guess I'll get my composting head out, which is one of my least favorite jobs, and then try and make it in time for coffee. The wind is picking up. I don't have a full charge on my Torqeedo, so hopefully I can make it there and back. We will see. Necessarily on here, but oftentimes I get asked about how I like the Torqeedo, what's the range like. Here it's a lot harder to use because the currents rip through here, like super fast currents, so you're basically fighting it, and the higher that you run the Torqeedo, the less range you have. But if it's relatively calm, I can do about, I think it was like 2 or 4 nautical miles, I can't remember. I'll put it up on the screen. But I was able to make it back and forth from where I was anchored in Cabo to the dinghy dock like 2 times on a full charge. And I think it was like a nautical mile both ways, so maybe it was 4. But I really like it. The reason that I want to stick with the Torqeedo is it's one less thing that I really have to worry about for maintenance. Maintaining motor is one of my least favorite parts about owning and operating KIKAPU. So if I can make things simpler on myself, I will. So I'm sticking with the Torqeedo. I really like it. And yeah, right now I have 59% battery left, so I will update you guys when I get back to the boat later.
The dinghy dock is at Marina de La Paz, and it costs 50 pesos per day. Here you can get water, offload trash and used oil, and have access to the many wonderful things in La Paz. Like I was saying, I always try and check tides and wind before I go in. At the other end of the parking lot, you'll find Club Cruceros, where they hold all sorts of fun events.
So I showed up to coffee a little bit late. They hold it at Club Cruceros, which is at the end of the parking lot. So I took my trash out and said hi to a few people that were still lingering there, and then now I'm gonna go across the street to Baja Beans and get coffee there. Mocha caliente y croissants breakfast. Haraki.
Lately, I've spent the majority of my day applying for jobs. It has been very stressful, so if you know of somebody that is looking for a social media manager or a video editor or writer, please let me know. Also, this is your reminder that I do have a Patreon account if you enjoy the videos and want to help contribute. Every little bit makes the biggest difference.
We're at about 30% on the outboard now, so I'm gonna take it up and charge it.
While most people might be able to just lift their jerry cans up on deck just right off the dinghy, that is not my reality, so I have to take some extra time to use the halyard to make sure that I can get everything on board safely and not hurt myself.
So I am back on the boat and I wanted to show you guys. So this is Dimitri, my sourdough, and he's thriving. I made some dough this morning because it really needed to rest. So it is very puffy right now, and I am just going to probably add a little bit more flour and start kneading it together and then let it rest again before I put it on the pan. Some salt, oregano, Parmesan. So now I have my little dough balls. I've been practicing baking just on the stove instead of having to pull out my oven. So hopefully this will turn out. I haven't had as good of luck with the sourdough recipe, but we will see. And then I might make like eggs in purgatory or something. So another project that I am working on is installing my tiller pilot. So I am taking some measurements right now for that. I'm super excited about it. It's gonna really change the game. It's gonna be like having an extra crew member. Need about a 4-foot piece of wood. So the way it was on the boat that I got it from is the device like hooked onto the tiller and then sat in a winch. I'm gonna try and find like a 4-foot piece that'll go from gunnel to about right here, and then I'll reinforce it underneath and right here, and then we'll have the arm that'll move the tillers for me and steer. I don't know if he'll pop up again. Yeah, it's the nightly dolphin display. So the dough has risen a little bit more, and I'm gonna make these little flatbreads. So I'm just gonna stretch them out as much as possible, hopefully not breaking them. So when you do it on the stove, you want it on very low heat because you're going to want to cook it for a pretty considerable amount of time. I'm taking some olive oil and just oiling the pan. Usually I use butter, but I am out of butter. I did make my own butter the other day, but it's not, like, it's still a little milky. So now that the stove is heated up, I stretch out the dough. I lay it on the pan, and then very quickly I take about a tablespoon of water and I throw it on the pan and steam it. So now I flip it, tablespoon of water, cover and steam. So when they're ready, this one has been on for a little bit longer. You just flip it. I like to make sure it's a little bit browned and nice and puffy, and it goes in the stack. I've been already eating some. Ground beef in the pan. Now I'm taking diced tomatoes and onions and garlic. So I think this would taste good with a little bit of wine. So this is some old Malbec. I'm gonna add seasonings. Oh, it's so good.
After my delicious dinner, I ended this day like I end most days, which was by me writing in my journal. I love trying to keep track of the things that went on throughout my day so that I can keep everything straight in my head.
So thank you for watching this week's video. Ozzy was not letting me film. He wanted some cuddles. So yeah, I know that this isn't like your typical boat life vlog. However, like 80% of the time I'd say that I'm on my boat, if not more. I am at anchor, and that is a whole interesting lifestyle in and of itself. So I should be hopefully getting my tiller pilot installed tomorrow. I also got a new anchor roller, which is really exciting. So I'm hoping to maybe go out and do my first official solo sail aboard KIKAPU next week. So it's very, very exciting, and hopefully I will be sharing a lot more in the future. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Second thought before I actually go, I wanted to show you the really pretty brownies that I made. They're chocolate peanut butter. This is the oven that I use when I can't make stuff on the stove. I just figured it pertained to the content of the video, so I'd share. But yeah, they're really good. Okay, bye!